Difficult living conditions. God's guidance and help. BD number 4058. June 7, 1947. Entirely different living conditions will also necessitate an entirely different way of life, and people will find themselves faced by tasks which seem impossible for them to accomplish, and yet they have to be solved because they are vital for their survival. And this is when my own will have to prove themselves, that is, they will have to test the strength of faith and utterly trustingly wait for my help, and they will be helped. This is the time when profoundly faithful people will bear witness to the unbelievers as to what the devout human being can achieve if he trusts in God's help, if he hands himself over to me with profound faith and confides his severe adversity to me in prayer. They will receive help, and life will become bearable for them, although still very difficult. Yet I also gave them the promise which I want to remind you of now, that I will shorten the days for my own sake. And thus, the hour comes ever closer when I will come in the clouds, and this second coming of mine will signify true salvation for my own who will find themselves in grave difficulties and require my obvious help. As long as they still live on earth, they will also be exposed to suffering, i.e., they will not be entirely insensitive as yet to harassments and threats from the world. Yet the strength of their faith will let them bear all suffering more easily, even if now and then it will affect them quite severely. And thus people will divide themselves into two camps, those who do not believe and therefore have little contact with the spiritual world, and those whose contact with me means everything to them and who will not start anything without first appealing for my blessing, and who therefore will also clearly recognize my guidance, since due to their love for me they also sense my presence within them, and my presence always signifies strength and thus makes it easier to overcome that which is a far greater burden for people without my strength. And then my own will recognize each other by their strength of faith, they will unite and console each other with the coming of the Lord. Full of hope they will anticipate me and yearn for me in their love, they will firmly believe in my coming, and I will not disappoint their faith and help them where help is necessary, and I will come to fetch them when the adversity becomes unbearable, so that they will not fall away from me, so that they will remain steadfast until the end and be able to enter the paradise of the new earth, because they remained loyal to me even in their greatest adversity. Amen.